jar of pins, the one with do not drink written across it. I told him this would happen, no one listened to me. I said, everybody knows that Miggy can't read. Hold on, Miggy Mac will turn away from the light. Hold on, Miggy Mac will please stay and fight. Miggy ain't breathing and his body's gone limp, so we're gonna do the show in honor of him. This is the McElroy family Clubhouse. McElroy family Clubhouse. This is the McElroy family Clubhouse. Some of the McElroy family Club. Oh, the McElroy family Club. Oh, the McElroy family Club.
Hi, my friends. Welcome to the McElroy Family Clubhouse. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
What's up, Trav Nation? It's me, your middleest brother, Travis Vroom McElroy.
Hey, what's up? It's me, sweet baby brother, 30 under 30, media luminary, Griffin built Ford tough McElroy. What's going on, everyone? What's up, Trav Nation?
Miggy said, "Here we go," when it started, and I don't know if Miggy's ever done that before.
It got me fucking pumped. It made me
Yeah.
feel like I was like, people don't see the pre-show stuff that we do with Miggy, like the prayer circle that he kind of. I'm uncomfortable with the prayer circle. We've never actually talked about it outside of the circle, but it is a way to, I guess, get the energy flowing.
I like that it's non-denominational, non-religious. It's just kind of like that just before we started. But the implication that I would crack open a can of a soda,
yeah,
and then be like, "Oh, I should share this with Jimmy or whatever,"
yeah,
and pass the can of soda to my friends so they can also drink it, and we'd pass it back and forth.
yeah.
That's never gonna happen.
Oh, for sure. Not in the post-COVID era. That's not even what I was thinking about. I was thinking like you have to give them the whole damn can. And it's like, put on the can, like share it with a homie or have a nice, cool,
Just
sweaty treat for yourself.
It's a regular drink. You don't have to share with anybody.
Have a regular time drinking soda.
It's like when Malkovich, and if you weren't a Stephanie, it's like, is this still going to satisfy me in the same way? Because I feel like, pH balance for me, but specifically for a Stephanie. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about like a Stefania? Would a Stefania get like 80% of it?
Yeah.
Good question.
Are the cans of Coke telling me to share with a homie, are they designed to make me feel bad for not having many adult friends?
Maybe it's to remind you to go out and make some homie. Wait, does it say share on there? Or is it just say the word homie?
Share a Diet Coke with your
homie. That's also interesting because when did they get that from? Remember, homie? I remember very big for a while, and I don't feel like we've been saying homie very much lately.
I think they should just put like share it with someone who is important to you, because then it could be yourself. You know what I mean? A little self-love, a little self-care,
or maybe consider sharing this with. Maybe think about it. But don't make a huge priority out of it. You're the thirsty one after all.
Maybe get a second one.
Share it with a thirsty one would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Diagnostic.
Give into the thirst.
I'm seeing that there's some stuttering issues in the stream. And I've seen some people say refreshing helps fix that.
I've heard about that.
Miggy, can we get Miggy on the... I don't know how much of that y'all.
We're getting live updates.
We're getting live updates from the studio.
Thank you, Miggy.
Miggy is working on it. We have our best people and our best fish working on it. Please be patient. Many apologies.
I do want to echo. Kane asked, "Drinking a Diet Coke is wild. Why would you do that?" I would like to second the question.
It's a fair point.
Why did you? They taste so much of chemicals.
Coke Zero exists.
Coke Zero exists.
I wasn't aware of this whole thing about it tasting different. I thought Coke Zero was like the shit our granny used to drink. But I guess it's I've never really had. I've had maybe one Coke Zero in my life. I don't drink a lot of brown sodas because
you must be so confused when Dad has to do an entire fucking one-act play every time he orders a beverage that is called, "Do you have Coke Zero?" No restaurant does.
Never.
You must be so confused.
But the look on his face when 1 out of 100 does have it.
It's like he always looks at us like, "I told you so." It's like, no, you didn't. It just, you got lucky.
The existence of Coke Zero is great because it does imply that they're like, we know that Diet Coke is shit. right?
Yeah.
So we figured out a way to have regular Coke and Coke without sugar. If you want to pretend like Diet Coke doesn't exist, we get it. It's fine.
Go
The
for
most
it.
humiliating thing though is when I say Diet Coke, Dad says Coke Zero. They have Coke Zero, and then I gotta be like, up. One little amendment to my order, because if you have Coke Zero, I will have one of those.
Now that's
Thank you
interesting,
very much.
Justin, because you literally, in your last spoken sentence, gave Dad shit for his courage.
Yes,
and
no,
asking-
yeah, Griffin, Griffin, yes,
For his hope, for his idealism.
It's called hypocrisy.
Oh,
I don't want to ask, but when Dad does ask, I will drift off of his, social.
Trav, how big a lantern do you want me to hang on hypocrisy? Do you
a
want
big
me
one, please? Yeah, I was
a
very
bigger
proud
lantern?
of it.
Okay. Wow, Trav, slammer jammers.
Thank you very much. Hey, speaking of jams, I've got a little presentation I'd like to make that we're calling TravTalks. So
I've been so curious about this, Travis.
Yeah.
I've been
I've been
so
really looking
curious
forward to
about this because it does feel like something that does already happen a lot without it having its own sort of segment.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um,
Well, you see, like any normal person, for the last 32 years, there's been a tab open somewhere in my brain with the volume set to 2% that has been playing Seal's Kiss from a Rose on repeat.
Yeah, normal.
And so today,
normal brain stuff.
Yeah, I will be presenting an in-depth plot analysis of Kiss from a Rose, a Trav Talk production presented by Trav Nation.
Go off, King.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I invite you to go off. This is
Thank
a welcome.
you very much. I love having the space to go off.
You're cordially invited to go off.
Where do we Batman begin? At the beginning, you silly goose.
For those who aren't 100 years old, this
That's
song
you.
was in the soundtrack to Batman Begins. Yes, was that the Batman?
No,
film?
it's in Batman Forever.
Batman Forever.
So then the gag. Okay,
It's a killer soundtrack.
But it's Batman Begin because that is a movie,
that is a different movie. Yeah, that doesn't have this song in it.
and you're a silly goose.
Okay,
Do you
and I get that.
from?
I get that part. I deciphered that part of the message.
Okay. Can I ask another question before you get? Are you going to talk a lot about the rest of the soundtrack to Batman Forever? Because it is so good.
What else we got on there, Juice? What other
we got?
heroes we got?
Hold Me, Kill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me by
U2. Fuck
yeah,
dude.
It's a good record. It's a good album. I wore that one out. That and the Godzilla soundtrack.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Here we go. Yeah, man. Fuck yeah,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
Movies used to be so good.
Or at least
The
movie
year?
soundtracks did.
The year is 1987. The song has been written, but it will be another 6 years before Kiss from a Rose is released upon the public. In 2015, Seal said of the song, "To be honest, I was never really that proud of it. Thought, though I like what Trevor did with the recording. He turned the tape from that tape from my corner into another $8 million record sales, and my name became a household name."
That's true. I didn't know who Seal was before Kiss from a Rose came out.
And I want to take a moment to acknowledge the sheer feat of taking the word Seal,
yes,
and turning it into a household name.
Yeah.
So that if I said to you, "I love Seal,"
yes,
you wouldn't think I was talking about like eating seal meat.
Yeah.
You'd immediately assume I mean the artist.
It's
Seal.
harder. It is harder, Trav, to become a household name when that name is already
A thing,
bandied
yeah.
around the house for seals.
What if you had
Maybe
gone with
it's lucky that the average American family at any one era is really only encountering one kind of seal. There's like,
Yeah,
sure.
until there's the seal that the king would use. And
Right.
about the time we stop using those is the time you might start seeing a seal around town,
That's when
right?
they
Like
evolved,
those would
yeah.
overlap around.
What
And
if you'd
then
been
by
like,
the time that nobody was wanting to see seals anymore at the zoo because it seemed cruel,
yeah,
that's when the singer seal would
Seal
come up.
rose up.
exactly.
What if he
That
just
is-
called himself Pepsi and been like, yeah, I'm taking Pepsi back. I'm
Cool.
Pepsi and this is my song.
I'm
Kiss from a
taking
Rose."
Pepsi back. Okay, 1993. The song debuts, but quickly drops off the charts. This is when Seal gets the call he's been waiting for. It's Joel Schumacher. He wants to use Kiss from a Rose in his upcoming superhero-themed cinematic masterpiece, Batman Forever. How did this call go? Well, this is speculation on my part, but I think it went a little something like this. Now, I will need help from my brothers here.
Okay.
This is a lot of dialogue. Okay, so I'll be Joel Schumacher, and it looks like
wow.
Joel
Justin's gonna
Schumacher
be
brought to life
Seal.
by Griffin McElroy, and Justin McElroy will attempt to recreate.
I'm gonna see if I can get this. I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to make this high res enough that I can read it, Trav.
I am doing a bit of hieroglyphic transliteration, but
could this script not have been shared with us in a different format that didn't resemble a fucking?
I wanted to
cartoon,
capture the energy
please?
that I felt like this call would have really had.
It sounded like they were trying to
I
read
wish
it.
you all could see what I'm seeing right now because it is just okay. It looks like okay.
Okay,
Who
ring,
am I?
ring, 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 ring. You're Seal. Ring, ring, ring,
Okay.
ring, 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 ring. Answer it.
Oh, go for Seal.
Seal, it's me, Joel Schumacher. I wanted to talk to you about.
Is this about Batman?
Yes. How did you know?
I didn't know, but I hoped, nay, dreamed it would be.
Is that so? Why?
Joel, you may not know this, but Batman and I share a birthday. We are connected. I am a little embarrassed to admit
Time
this.
out. I
I'm
was gonna
in
let this.
character.
I
Are
was
you
gonna let
sure?
this. Yeah, no, I
Are
know.
you sure, Griffin? Because I gotta come out of the cocoon.
I bet you can get back into that cocoon juice. It sounded like you were building it word by word.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought we were listening and building something together rather than
we
judging
were,
each
and
other,
then
but-
there was the line about Batman and I share a birthday, to which Travis added true. So I need to know right now what you mean by is it true and how could it be true?
Seal and the character Bruce Wayne share a birthday.
He's not going to tell you what it is.
But their birth date is on the same day.
More importantly, that means they share an astrological sign.
That's true.
One of those two guys was born.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. That one's tangent in the meat zone, in the space. Do you know what I mean? Batman, I don't think should have a birthday. He's a
Griffin,
fictional.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever met Seal?
No, I guess not.
Okay.
Shall we continue?
I met Batman? Yeah. I guess I met Batman. Damn, dude. Shit, dude, you're right. All right, sorry.
The difference between Seal and Batman, right?
Okay, please go on. This is a safe conversation free from judgment. I should have said that before I did all that judging. Now I'm in the bit again.
Hold on, I gotta let the script load again. It's gotta spawn in front of me. Okay.
You gotta turn your FOV up, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man. When I'm alone, I call myself Sealman.
That is beautiful, Sealman.
Seal tingles with joy and acceptance.
I am calling because I love your work, and I would be honored if you could write and perform a new song for Batman Forever, focused on what it's like for Batman to date and fall in love.
There's no need to compose a new song, Joel, because you see...
And that's all I have on my... Okay.
Travis's hypothesis. Kiss from a Rose is a song specifically about Batman on a date.
All right, let's hear it. Break it down for me.
Thank you very much. Okay, Exhibit A. When commenting on the Genius page for the lyrics for Kiss from a Rose, Seal simply wrote, I've avoided explaining these lyrics for over 25 years. I'm not going to do it now.
Good. Stick to your guns, I guess, Seal. It would be wild if a news story came out tomorrow that was like, Seal finally opens up.
My thinking here is that the meaning for the lyrics are so obvious that he is frustrated by people continually ask him.
Yeah.
Like, what do they mean? What do they mean? When it's so obvious it's Batman on a date.
Is it part of your hypothesis, Trav, that he didn't even take a swing at trying to write a Batman love song, like a more bespoke?
No, that he already had. That when he wrote this song, the reason he was like, I don't think this song is ready. I don't think people will get it.
Yeah.
Is because his deep connection to Batman and how much Seal already loved Batman that he wrote this song about Batman on a date. That's why he was so excited when Joel Schumacher, Cinematic Genius, reached out to him.
Yeah.
Because he was like, this is perfect. This is going to work so well.
I'm going to need so much more evidence.
Exhibit B, the music video. It's very subtle, but if you look closely, you can see hidden Easter eggs and small references to Batman within the music video for Kiss for a Rose itself. Let's watch and see if you can spot them.
Not as damning a sort of... What was that?
Did you catch it?
Why was it being broadcast?
We are not fucking Dropout. We can't pay $15,000 to play a clip of Kiss from a Rose. We simply can't do it.
So did you catch the reference to
I
Batman?
caught the giant
Yeah.
bat symbol in the background of the video, Travis.
Oh, I kind of assumed that you wouldn't. So I've got like 3 more.
Okay.
Yeah, blaze them.
Let's try another one.
Yeah, blaze them.
That's a pretty clear image of Batman.
Yeah. I don't think they were trying to
Still
hide.
not convinced?
Okay. This is the problem with PowerPoints, isn't it? Is when your crowd is like, we get this already.
This is the problem with power.
Point.
And that point is the period.
Right.
This is the problem with power.
More
period.
Batman. God, this music video slaps so much ass. It's Does that happen in the movie where was that Nicole Kidman just kind of grabs him?
Always had a thing for leather, and then she grabs his boobs.
Just grabs him right on the breast. That's fucking cool, man. Cool flick.
Okay, wow. You sure are a hard crowd to win over.
Travis, we know Batman is in the video, man.
He's already got the slides in there, man. He can't deviate.
I don't know what to tell you, Griffin. Okay, one more.
Yeah. And I'm just imagining.
Is that unedited?
Awesome.
Unedited. The best transition.
Fucking rules, man.
Did Joel direct the music video?
Well, Justin, to answer your question, yes, in that, by my estimation, 75% of the music video is clips from the movie. It's more trailer than music video. My theory being that Seal was like, I don't like this song and I don't want to do a music video. I'll give you 30 minutes to shoot with me and then just fill in the rest from the movie. And to demonstrate this, a bonus clip in which Seal sings so hard and so good that a helicopter crashes and explodes. Unedited.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Just a quick cut to at least one person dying.
To a death, to an on-screen death, to a snuff film. Thanks, Seal.
One of the few on-screen deaths. They really had to dig for that, honestly.
Yeah, sure.
The lyrics themselves. It's time to go through the lyrics of the song to show how it is very clearly about Batman on a date, falling in love. Join me on the next slide, won't you?
I'm already there. You're behind me now.
The song begins.
We got it, Chuckle Fuck.
You didn't.
What's next?
Yeah.
This one is obvious.
Why is that obvious?
He's afraid to say
Batman is wearing a very thick cowl, and this is what he hears when his date is talking.
Are you under the impression that Batman, the world's greatest detective, when he puts on his outfit, eliminates one of his senses?
Yeah, that's good, Griffin.
It heightens his eyes.
Meet him at his level. I appreciate that, Griffin.
Yeah, because he has deafened himself with his thick leather cowl. It heightens his sight, making him a better detective.
But he can't.
Are you telling me that he has willingly, though, sort of eschewed auditory clues?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a Batman costume with ear cutouts?
No, I mean, no, that would be cool if he just his ears were out and they would be like, oh, is that his weak point, boss? And it's like, no, he just can't cover. He's the world's greatest detective. He needs to hear if the Scarecrow's sneaking up behind him.
I'm just saying it's a thick cowl that covers his ears.
Yeah, sure. Can't be good to wear that costume.
Because he can't understand her, Batman is bored and interrupts what his date is saying. He has nothing prepared, and so the first thing that comes to his mind, there used to be a Grand Tower alone on the sea.
Like bringing it up like a fun fact on a date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they looking at the sea at that time, or is it a complete nonsense?
Just something he was thinking about.
Yeah, they're not looking at the sea.
About it.
They're not looking at the sea. And he's like, "Oh, this is fun." Actually, right there.
Are they close enough to a sea that the indefinite article makes sense, though?
Yeah. And then, do you think the date was like, "What do you mean, graying tower? You mean an old You mean an old tower?"
Well, she definitely looks confused, but he can't understand what she's saying, so he assumes that she feels excluded.
Then,
and he hits her with, "And you became the light on the dark side of me," bringing her back into it.
And also, like, maybe is a Star Wars thing. Do you think about that?
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Could the song be about Batman and Star Wars, Trav?
Yeah, if you wanted to, it can be about anything you want. That's another great Batman save.
Is it about something?
Well, continue.
When Seal wrote it. Okay, sorry.
Let's keep going. You'll see. So then Batman continues his train of thought word jazz.
Yeah.
Love remain a drug that's the high and not the pill.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about that?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He's losing her again. What to do? Then it hits him. Share an interesting fact about himself.
Yeah.
But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen?
Okay, but like, Trav, are you telling me that in your lyrical analysis, your analysis of that first line is, I don't know, he's just saying some stuff here.
Well, he's
His lyrical
panicking on a
analysis
date. Batman is a very busy man. He doesn't get a chance to date all that often.
But you have taken, it is the equivalent of saying, like, I'm taking a flyer on this one. It's just Batman.
Everything that comes
Having-
after,
getting
everything that
loose.
comes after, you know, there used to be a graying tower alone on the sea, is him immediately like, fuck, backpedal, get away, just start saying stuff that, but have it do with you and her and the date and the energy.
Yeah.
He pretended to read this like, it says here, love remained a drug that's high and not the pill. And she's
I'm
like, "Are you
picturing him with
reading
like he's got some like note cards under the table where he's written down a couple different conversation topics, and they were supposed to last the whole date, but then he panicked and he uses them all up in the first 4 lines.
But mixed up, but all
they get mixed up. And they're sweaty.
They're sweaty, wet
Running.
cards.
So he's got her on the hook now. It's time
Does
to
he?
reel her in. Time to hit her with the big guns. Comparison. Baby, I compare you to then he sees she's wearing red lipstick. A kiss from he sees flowers on the table. A rose on the tablecloth. It's gray. Gray. The more I get of
Is
you.
it gray? I thought it was grave.
No, it's gray.
All this time I thought it was grave.
And he's sweating a lot. The stranger it feels. Yeah. And now that you're rosy and blue, Batman, stop looking at her cleavage. He panics and knocks over the candle. A light hits the gloom on the gray. It all makes sense.
I don't think any of this makes sense. And I feel like this argument is getting more specious as time goes on, which I did not think was gonna be possible.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Do you
I
break
don't
down
think there's
future
anybody
verses?
you're singing this song to that doesn't. I mean, if they haven't stopped you already for some clarification,
Well, right now,
at the graying
yeah.
tower. Yeah, but did they really wait this whole time, Trav?
He was talking so quickly, there wasn't time to get a word in edgewise.
Okay.
So his date has follow-up questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
hear them.
But it's not.
Gotcha.
Batman continues undeterred. There is so much a man could tell you, so much he could say. He has run out of things to say.
Why would he set himself up for failure like that?
He's
like,
panicking.
He's saying typically on dates, guys like me can be pretty verbose and have lots to share about themselves.
Yeah, he's panicked at this point.
Why?
This is his greatest villain.
Why build the
Anxiety.
expectation?
He increases his volume to cover, gesturing emphatically. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby.
Is this a first date?
Yes.
You remain my
Mhm.
power, my pleasure, my pain.
Yeah.
On a first
Well, they
date.
know each other as Bruce Wayne and this lady. She doesn't know he's Batman. So
You
he
didn't
is
say that before. It really
interesting.
sounds like
sorry. I thought it was so obvious.
you're building this plane while you fly it, and you have asked for me and Justin to come on the test flight without you warning us ahead of time of how dangerous it was going to be.
So let's pause and discuss bone addiction.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now,
Thank
no matter what so-called official lyrics might say, I think we all know that Batman is saying, to me, you're like a bone addiction. I can't deny.
I got shit for grave for saying "Kiss from a Rose" on a grave.
Yeah, they try to say it's growing addiction, but there's no ing in there. It's a bone addiction.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a bus sound, not a gus sound.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
What does this mean? Well, the answer is obvious. Say it with me on 3. Ready?
Yeah.
1,
1, 2,
2, 3.
3. Batman eats bones for power. Yeah.
Yes. Batman is addicted to chewing on bones.
Yeah. Hey,
Like a dog.
Trav, how'd you make this image, man?
This is straight from Gotham PD.
How many different images did you have to cobble together to make this?
How
one
long did
image?
this take you? Because I know
2 images.
two images.
Two
Okay.
images. So the mouth and the bone and the hands are one.
No, the original image, he was just chewing on a bone, not holding it, and I thought that looked too grotesque, so I added hands.
So that's his real mouth. Can we, Miggy, is it possible to? I know that this is operating off of a slideshow. Is it all possible to get a zoom on the mouth area?
I would so rather
specifically?
not.
Okay.
All right.
The
The
teeth
mouth.
are real. The eyes are askance. if I can say that, if they feel escape.
Those are his eyes. I don't know.
Those
what
are
you
his
mean by
eyes,
that.
but he's clearly looking at someone
he's
who's
looking
looking
over
at him
here.
eating
Well,
the
he's
bone.
challenging them. This is how he often begins a fight.
Yeah. Is there
where he'll chew on
watermarks?
a bu-
Do we have watermarks on this? I'm seeing some
Those are
watermarks.
just his tattoos.
Okay, he
yeah.
has tattoos of the names of a stock photo company.
Yeah.
What you've done here is so illegal, hugely illegal.
I don't
All
know
right,
what you
Trav,
mean.
cool. I'm back on board, man.
Okay.
Clearly,
Wait.
Batman has a bone addiction,
Yeah,
and
that he
that's
can't
from
deny.
and he
He
can't deny it.
cannot, will not deny.
So now Batman has admitted a great truth about himself.
Right,
He's feeling very vulnerable.
right.
So he rolls up his bat pants to show her an infected cut on his
This
leg.
has gone way off the
Won't you
rails.
tell me, is that healthy, baby?
Now stop.
Trav,
You could have just said, "Is my bone addiction healthy?" He's already eating a bone. He could have just been like, "Hey, is this healthy?" Instead, you've added this thing that he has an infected, gangrenous wound.
He
why
already
wouldn't
knows
that be a
that
moment of
chewing on
reflection
bones.
for the relationship, Trav? Like, it feels like that's a moment of vulnerability where he said, "Is this healthy? Am I okay?
You laid
Can
the
I still be
tracks.
loved?"
You laid the tracks down to explain this line perfectly, and then you got on your e-bike and you pedaled away from the tracks and said, "I'm gonna go check this thing out over here."
Oh, Sudsley asked how are his bat pants different from regular pants. It's what he wears when he's Batman.
Yeah, clearly. Can you even roll those up? Because I don't see a lot of baggy.
He
saggy
can.
Batman can roll up his pants from his boots if he wanted to.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
He just never does it because he's so embarrassed by all of his infected wounds.
Sometimes he hangs upside down doing like a bat move and his pants kind of rumple around his knees and you
Yeah.
can see his bare calves and they're perfectly shorn.
She looks queasy and might leave at any second. Quick, back to the good stuff. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large, right?
Were you listening? Were you listening earlier about my eyes in the snow? It's true.
You
It's
got
a
that,
problem.
right?
They get so
So,
big.
He goes on to repeatedly compare her to a kiss from a rose several times. She doesn't
This is smart,
understand.
Trav. A lot of people would feel like they could skip the chorus because everyone understands the idea of a chorus.
Yeah.
I like that you've narratively worked it in.
Yeah. She's into it. She leans in and whispers something in his ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then she
touches his grabs his boob
a
again.
rose blooms and light hits. And because of the physical engagement, Batman
finishes.
climaxes.
Okay. Okay.
Why
Show me that
do-
again. Click
why
that.
do
Click
both
play
of you-
again. Click play again and show me that this is a man
Unshow it.
finishing.
Show
Why
it.
would he? Why would he?
He's as surprised as you are.
From a single touch. From
Yep.
a single touch through his breastplate,
She knows what she's doing.
he finishes. And when Batman or Bruce Wayne climaxes,
That was Batman.
okay, do they climax differently?
Yeah.
He's so good at keeping his secret identity secret. If he changes the way he climaxes as his masked crusader
They would notice.
persona, when he
He
climaxes,
also yells Batman when he climaxes. Bruce Wayne does.
yeah, but he also turns his head 90 degrees. Ow!
We're
I don't know what's happening there. Cool, man.
we are also talking about a touch from Chase Meridian, and
Yeah.
the Dr. Chase Meridian, if memory serves, understood the criminal mind and the vigilante mind so well that
Right.
like an expert with her touch, I would
Yeah.
assume.
Yeah. Okay, cool, man. The end. Okay. Justin, you have to clap, man.
Oh, sorry, it hadn't loaded in yet.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You got to use a
Thank
bigger
you.
font next time, Trav.
Thank
That was
you.
that was a great deep dive into that song that was I don't think was right or true, but I had a really, really great time listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And now here's all of Seal's Kiss from a Rose, start to finish, the original licensed recording, fully lossless.
A
4K,
tiny desk concert by Seal.
played.
We
at
got him.
Played at 1,000,000 times speed. Nice knives. Thank you.
Really good knives.
What's coming up next, guys? What do we got coming up next? Usually we do 2 of these things.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a ride. Come on, guys, get into my special truck.
You have no idea what you're doing right now, man.
The fiction has become so muddled at this point. I don't remember. You're gonna have to help me. But thank you. We have a magical truck, and we're in it. We're zooming all around the nation.
That must be
the timing of the stingers feels a little passive aggressive sometimes.
That's fair.
Like there's a lack of confidence in our ability to just fucking do it already.
I think the frustration is self-directed from Miggy not knowing, like realizes he's missed the organic cue.
I think there's
a
frustration with us.
Yeah, Miggy often asks, like, just give me a clear indication of when you want to transition.
Specifically,
and then we're like, you've got it. And then we're like, is it? I don't know.
Just before, Justin was like, don't worry, Miggy, I'll set it up real pretty for you. And then in the heat of the moment, there was a truck. We were going on a trip.
I thought I did think we had a magical truck
that takes us to Firehouse Subs locations around the world.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sure. So get in the truck and I'm going to drive to our first location.
Where are we going? Where are we heading? I guess that's the game, is figuring out where we're heading. I feel like we've seen this one before, but that might just be.
Okay. So there's 4 bears in this picture.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm thinking Chicago. They only go collegiate level sports teams in these. So I don't actually I don't know if we're going with I guess there were the Cardinals in that one image. What's with that bear's body? What's with his body? And is he drinking a can of Prime? What is that?
Really?
No, I think it's a can of worms.
A can of worms that he has.
Thank you, Miggy.
Okay, thank you, Miggy, for enhancing it.
A can of worms.
Why is he so spread eagle like that? Is the force of this hose must be tremendous. 1, because it's lifted the bear skyward, and 2, look at the goddamn guns.
Yeah, that he can hold down anything.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders has been working out.
We help you with that thing.
Can I just say, the look, the force of it, this is very clearly like he was putting out a fire, saw a bear coming up with a can of worms and said, get out of here,
Get out of here. This is
somebody paint this.
You can't
paint what I'm about to do.
I can't fish at the Capitol building. Can we zoom out so we can get a more comprehensive? Thank you so much, Miggy. All right, so we got another bear down there.
Does the other one, does the other guy have the custom sleeveless coat, or is he rocking a more traditional?
A fireman who rips the sleeves off of his coat.
He had that custom made for sure. He went to a guy he knew.
You've worked hard on
your little bear supposed to be the big bear's cub, or is the little bear just saying, like, I'm not a threat, man, please don't spray me with a hose, I'm being really chill right now? Wait, he's got a bag.
Who has a bag?
The little bear.
The little bear has a tiny bag. Okay, that's
so this is what I understand. If we could see the whole image, I know we're not supposed to guess the story. We're instead trying to guess
what city, the
location. But the fiction here is the men have bought the baby bear for a can of worms. The mother bear regrets the decision, and the firemen are like, no take backsies. You got to get out of here now.
Yeah.
And the baby bear's like, I have a bag of fish.
Money.
Yeah.
Right.
One of those two.
It's fine. I'm going to say Sacramento.
That's so wild, man.
I'm trying to think of a city in Vermont.
I'm going to say Phoenix, Arizona.
Is Montpelier in Vermont?
Montpelier, no one knows.
Let's go with Montpelier.
Maplewood, Minnesota.
There's a maple leaf on the fire truck, so I was trying to think of a place where maple syrup would be.
What's with the bear with the can of worms? Where's Maplewood?
That's a whole can of worms, Griffin. We can't get into that.
Maplewood is next to the Capitol. Okay, I guess so. Maplewood.
Someone wanted to talk about the fireman boots.
Let's get up on them. Can we get a zoom on those boots?
Oh, this way. Hold on.
Yeah, get out of the way. What are those? I tried explaining what are those to my kids, and I forgot that that's like a 100-year-old meme at this point. And they looked at me like I was an ancient grandpa. Those are fucking
comfy and warm.
So good. Those are some real beauties right there.
I thought he was wearing a belt, but now I'm starting to think it's a machete.
Yeah, he took his arm sleeves and he turned them into more boots. And
I'm thinking this is not a fireman. I'm thinking that this guy just found the hose in the hat and decided to make himself useful.
Sure.
Maybe the baby bear is just a bystander who's like, oh shit, he's really spraying that bear.
Yeah,
well, got to get these groceries home.
Could be a fully unrelated bear. Just two bears happen to be at the Capitol building at the same time.
Come on, let's go.
Next. Any kind of visual. Okay, now we're talking. You can at least give me a quadrant of the nation when you show me some shit like this. That said,
this looks like a season of the Adventure Zone that I would very much like to listen to.
Yeah, just two husband buffaloes. And wait, in this world,
yeah, let's get into
buffaloes people, and like these things are still animals, or what are we looking at?
Those are those ibexes? Is that what we're dealing with? Are they?
It's troublesome.
Yeah. All right, so we have a couple of beautiful, happily married bison riding on a fire truck that is also a Conestoga wagon, and they are pulling they are being pulled by two
of the most powerful goats.
Two really strong goats. And we got mountains in the background. We've got some pink sandstone. It looks like construction happening behind them. Trees in the background. I'm seeing pines and I'm seeing maple leaves. I'm getting GeoGuessr on this now.
I kind of feel like maybe those ibex / goats are thinking, I know that truck has an engine in it. What are we doing?
What are we doing here?
This must just be for their own enjoyment. This can't be out of necessity.
I'm going to say Cheyenne, Wyoming.
The whip is so wild. Like we already got the whole thing, and like the idea that one guy's like, that guy just sitting up there. What should he do? I know. This is wild. Oh man, Cheyenne, Wyoming.
The mountains are definitely giving.
I'm gonna say Appleton, Colorado.
Appleton, Colorado. Trav, did you put a guess up?
No, but I'm gonna say Montana. I don't have a specific city, but I'm just gonna say Montana.
Half a point for the state. Let's see.
Yeah.
Boulder, Colorado.
Boulder, Colorado.
Yes.
What are you saying? Yeah.
I said Colorado.
You said Appleton, Wisconsin.
Appleton, Colorado. I said Appleton, Colorado.
You did say Appleton, Colorado.
So I got the
Which
state
Appleton,
right.
Wisconsin.
That's a half point for me.
Okay.
The alleged claimed birthplace.
I got confused.
Harry Houdini, but not really.
Yeah.
That's not. He wasn't born in Appleton, but he claimed to be.
Don't try to shoehorn your perversion on this.
Okay.
On this sacred.
There's only 8 things I know.
Yeah. Can we see that? By the way, from a 7th grade report you did on Harry Houdini.
Sure.
Because I read it and it was some of your best work.
Really good work.
Yeah, and I still know it.
Yeah. So let's go somewhere else next.
Let's go.
Is that the wheel of the?
Don't drive on that.
Okay, cool.
I went too far north and also to Egypt.
Well, I don't know if you went to Egypt, Juice.
The picture is still so blurry, guys. I can just see pointy places. Okay.
I'm going to say just off the top of my head, Edmonton, because they look like an Oiler. That looks like an Oiler player there. If this works out for me, then my entire experience and relationship with sports has been worth it. It seems a little obvious, but I'll say Edmonton.
I'm going to say Toronto.
You think that's a maple? You think that's a maple leaf?
No, I don't know, Griffin.
I'm going to go with Ohio because some parts of Ohio are very cold and they do get quite north.
That is a good point. I feel like the Big Glass Pyramids, to anyone who knows things, huge clue.
Yes, unless it's the Luxor, which I don't think it's the Luxor. I don't think it's 4 discrete Luxors.
I've seen this comment a few times also. It really does look like the fire truck is like, hey guys, can I play hockey too? I'm pretty light for a fire truck.
I'll keep scoring.
Oh, why's he got a bucket up? Is that where they keep their cold ones for after the game? I guess the firefighter probably does need to get back on the job if things pop off quickly. We all got guesses in?
I said Ohio. I'm sticking with it.
Edmonton.
Thanks,
sports. Thanks. I want to dedicate this to my wife, Rachel. I want to dedicate it to my father-in-law, David. You all are the wind beneath my wings. The reason I watched this beautiful sport that I knew this one question, and it's the most, I don't know, the most athletic I've ever felt. Thank you.
Wow,
I would thank Jesus.
congratulations,
I would thank
Griffin.
Jesus and God also.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah,
so
for
much,
sure.
Jesus.
Got to get
Yeah,
that
yeah,
in there
yeah.
whenever you can.
Next.
Y'all got pyramids? That's cool.
That's cool, Edmonton. Didn't know
Cool.
that.
Nice.
Justin, you've got to drive us there.
Oh, sorry. I keep
As a
forgetting.
step.
I get so swept up.
Can
in
we
the
give
scenery.
Justin
Come on.
maybe a second to even find a circular object that, do you have like a CD-ROM or something
Huh.
nearby that you could?
Well, I see why the firefighters were called.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that tree, it did get a little out of control.
Yeah.
And
And look, that firefighter's even saying, look here, I'm live streaming this fire to show you guys the dangers of beach bonfires.
yeah, that we started. We did start it.
It seems like he's taking a private moment to worship before he has to fight it.
All right, we got beaches, we got palms, we got. Why would they? I don't understand the Firehouse Subs murals that clearly are capturing a moment of terrible crisis.
Mm-hmm.
There have been a few of them at this point where like things have clearly. There's one where a dragon had destroyed the city in which the Firehouse Subs was built, and that seems like a weird energy to channel into your advertorial painting.
It's also strange, like when you think about the ones you've seen so far, we saw a bear getting sprayed by a guy while the bear held a can of worms. We saw a firefighter and a hockey player playing hockey. And then we see like a forest fire.
Terrible tragedy about to begin.
This is the most infuriating one. Look at how wide open this beach is. These people could have built this fire anywhere. And now that it's caught the tree and they've won whatever perverse survivor challenge they had created for themselves, now they're all running away like, best of luck. Good
It's
luck,
intentional.
Fred.
I'm going to say Key Largo, Florida. I'm going to say that based on the beach and that I have Kokomo stuck in my head a little bit. That's my Kiss from a Rose. And also it looks like the city that is blurred out is 2 words. That's
generally Florida.
I'm going to say,
you don't even want to take a guess at a city in case you like nail it like from the half court.
I think you should have to say ahead of time if you're guessing for a state or a city, because I think that otherwise it doesn't seem fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to say Orange County.
Okay. I want to say Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Just hedge our bets.
South Carolina. Oh, no. It's South Carolina. South Carolina.
Why are you saying that? Because you saw a chat say it?
No, because I thought those were palmettos. Actually.
Can we see the answer, Miggy? We're dying over here. See this, California. Okay.
I said California.
Well, okay. All of chat now is like, it's clearly in Cetus, California.
Okay.
Someone said the sun sets in the west, so it has to be in California. And
because they've been so accurate up till now. We saw a bear getting an enema from a fire hose.
Well, and also Florida has a western edge that borders a beach. Like, you know what I mean?
Now he's a geography snob.
Yeah. But you
Also,
were, I mean, you were right.
Pants.
You were right though, but you could have been wrong, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go. We got any more?
There we go, Juice. What CD is that?
It's a DVD of
Oh boy,
Wizard of Oz.
Okay, cool.
This is actually a still from 911.
The Young Performance Edition is the one we did a few years back.
Okay. This is Washington, D.C. That's the Potomac River. Some beautiful monuments back there. We are the car fire capital of the world. Unfortunately, we don't love that we have that.
David Blaine's car burst into flames.
I'm just going to say Alexandria, Virginia, in the hopes that maybe Griffin is wrong.
Got the river right, but I got the city wrong.
Maryland.
Yeah, that would be my...
We're staying strictly in the DMV, it sounds like. Amazing.
Sorry, what? The DMV?
That's what we call it up here.
The District of Motor Vehicles.
Yes. Did we all get our guesses in super fast? I mean, I don't know how many other clues we have to go on.
Well, let's see. There's David Blaine.
Yeah, there's the car
fire.
Griffin sounded so
911.
authoritative. It's an interesting flame on the left-hand side. It's rare that a flame makes me hungry, but that looks like some blazing cauliflower. I'd love to enjoy.
Yeah, that's true. It's a tiny mushroom cloud, I think.
Yeah.
It's a very whatever they had it in their trunk. Hey, whoever cars that was, that's gone now.
You're not getting that one back,
You
man.
are no longer a car owner, my friend.
I do like how it's slowly eating the car away inch by inch, even
Like
though it
it's
seems like a lot of flame.
Like
The
it's
guys-
an old
the guys-
parchment.
The
Yeah.
guy is saying, I need to get to work. And the firefighter is saying, you need to move the fuck away from this car. It's about to explode.
Yeah,
Come on.
Alternative, he's saying, can we just push it in the water? The water's right there.
Easy.
I'm saying right there is the water. Just shove it in.
Let's see the
Yeah,
answer.
where is it?
Lakeland, Florida. We're always one guess behind, aren't
Griffin?
we? I know.
Drew is so confident. That's not fair.
I'm sorry, guys. That looks like my beautiful Potomac River, and I should have seen actually cities on the other side of that and hills. If it was the Potomac, I just got so excited. Damn it! Thank you to the people who send these in. By the way,
Yeah.
what a wonderful way to support the work
God's
that
work.
we do. How many more do we got, Miggy?
We got one more as soon as Justin drives us there.
Let's
One more.
go.
Yeah, I don't know why he keeps forgetting to drive. Okay, that's Charlotte's Web. A
All
classic.
right.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
my.
Fuck yes!
Yeah.
Dude! Fuck yes!
There's
dude.
so much going on.
Holy shit, man! Yes, dude.
You know exactly what I'm going to ask you to zoom in on, Miggy.
Yeah, because I can't even get that to load.
I mean, is it Fire Santa Claus in the back? And
yes.
But he's wearing.
They're fighting him.
It looks like he's got a firefighter helmet on. So has he been turned by the blaze?
I
that
think he's like the
Corvus?
king of fire.
Is it? He looks like he's been completely controlled by the frenzied flame.
Yeah.
The two fingers have abandoned him, and he is turning on his former allies, and he's going to
One
burn
of
all
these
their
guys is somehow like the movie Wanted, curving.
bending it like Beckham for sure.
And then look at the cat behind him who is neoing out of the way of flame. Like
Yeah.
this is amazing.
This is the coolest painting I've ever seen. I can't
Yeah.
believe it's not in a museum.
Can we
He's playing
scroll
with
over
such
just a little bit?
powerful
I love that
iconography.
too. The fire that guy's ducking from
Where's
is
that
just coming out of the side of the truck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck
that-
yeah.
it's a fireball.
Yeah,
that
dude.
guy just sent over.
Uh-huh.
What is
And-
happening?
They're fighting the frenzied flame in this fucking house, which appears to be what sort of
Can
construction?
we zoom in real quick? I'm curious what's in the windshield.
It really
The front of
feels
the
like
windshield
there's-
there, the truck. It looks like
Oh,
two.
you're right. Right here. What's that? What is that? It looks like two little bundles of okra, perhaps.
I
Hmm.
think it's just a jacket.
A regional crop, perhaps. I don't know.
The fireball is about to hit the truck and explode.
Yeah, man.
like-
They don't show a lot of these where it looks like the firefighters are about to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always look at the very edge of victory.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw one out.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
I'm gonna say Reno, Nevada.
Oh, that's
Wow.
a good guess, Trav. I like that.
I really like that a lot.
I'm gonna stick with New Mexico, actually.
I'm gonna. I'll say California. It's big. There's got to be a lot of Firehouse Subs locations there. They got mountains and houses that look like that sometimes. I'll say L.A. just to go for the double point, perhaps. Are we? Didn't I say Phoenix, Arizona earlier in the?
Yay!
That fucking sucks, man. that sucks.
Yay!
You said New Mexico, Justin.
Yeah, but I was thinking Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, so Juice didn't get a point for that.
No, Travis right, but I was thinking you should have said Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
You
Cool.
cheered for it in such a way that
I
one might have
know,
been
yeah.
confused.
No,
yeah,
for sure. Trav, 100% fair, man. 100% fair. Yeah.
Arkansas. This may not be. Oh, thank you.
Ah, Griff, congratulations.
One
This
for
may
the
not.
homies.
This may not be a name that state bit, but we can demonstrate our lack of geographic knowledge in any segment.
Our ignorance knows no bounds. In
that's
fact,
true.
I have
What
a cross
state
stitch
has
over here.
mountains? What doesn't? What trees go where? I don't
True.
know.
No
I have a
fucking
cross
clue.
stitch in my line of sight that says, "Do not attempt to plumb the depths of my ignorance on any topic." And I like to keep that right where I can't see it.
Keep yourself, yeah, you don't keep yourself humble.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, thanks for watching. We got some announcements. First of all, if you live in Michigan and Minnesota, we're coming up your way next week to do some Mabim Bam and Taz. If you're coming to either of the live Mabim Bams and want a question that you want answered on the show or a fear you want read aloud at the end, email it to mabimbam@maximumfun.org and put your city in the subject line. And we got new shows we just announced in California and Texas and Georgia and Utah. All our Taz shows this year are going to be Taz Versus, except for the one in Anaheim, where we're going to be doing a new installment in Taz Dadlands, GM by Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Fantastic.
Please come out and see us at bit.ly/McElroy Tours for tickets and more info on all those.
Speaking of Adventure Zone, so the Adventure Zone where we talk about Abnormals and the next season is coming out this week, and then next week another live show, and then we're starting the new season of Adventure Zone after that. So make sure you check that out.
In our custom, we announced the new season at the end of that TTAS.
Yep.
So you will know very soon what is coming down the pipe from the Adventure Zone Incorporated.
And if you're attending Champions Grove, I'm going to see you this weekend, and I'm very excited.
Hey, we got some new merch in the merch store. We got the Flaming Not Poisoning Raging Tea of Doom, a spicy caffeine-free tea that we made in collaboration with Good Store Tea. I had some friends over, and I made friends tea. I shared some tea with a homie or two, and they enjoyed it quite a bit. McElroymerch.com is where you can go to get that tea and other stuff. I think that's it. Thank you. Thank you to Miggy. Thank you to you all for watching. It really means a lot.
I'm going to pick Justin and Griffin up and carry him out of here.
Okay, but be gentle because I just had the I just had the procedure.
Come on, Griffin. Get on.
Ow, fuck.
Let's go.
Ow, Travis, but be gentle. The procedure. Ow, every step is the hell. Every step is a painful hell.